Here at Bandanna we run a very complicated operation to ensure that videos don't get released very often. But when they do get released, well, a lot of effort has been put behind them. You may not think it, but there are a ton of background processes that make up mere seconds of a feature-length video. So today I'm going to be showing you the ins and outs. Sorry, gotta take this. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. Alright, next week? Sure thing. Yep. See ya. That was the boss. I've just got to my next project, so let's get started. Now you're probably wondering why this is being released on Halloween. Well, there's nothing really to worry about because, you know, I'm not really afraid of much. The only thing I'm truly afraid of is a copy of Mario Power Tennis on the Nintendo Wii, and I threw out my copy of that game years ago. So, I mean, what could possibly happen that could scare me? I mean, nothing, right? Surely. Alright, first things first, we have to film. I got this list of shots that I have to record from the boss, and I just need to film them, all of them, so I can edit them together later on. And fun fact about filming, you don't actually always film shots in the order that they appear in a video. You might shoot the first thing last or the last thing first, so the order that I record these doesn't really matter. Okay, first one here. Say Bloody Mary into a mirror 3 times. Go to the following address and ask to borrow some sugar. And the address is an abandoned castle in Transylvania. Go into a forest at night and make werewolf noises. Eat a clove of garlic and wash it down with holy water. What? Does he think I'm a vampire or something? I'm not, by the way. Apply for a job at the pizzeria down the road and work the night shift for 5 nights. This is getting ridiculous. But I guess I better get filming. Alright, now it's time for editing. Got the headphones on. That means I have to listen very closely to whatever's going on here, because I need to be splicing and dicing. I'm just making changes everywhere, cutting things, you know, changing things over. If I mess up a line, then I've got to make sure If I mess up a line, I've got to make sure that I cut over it, like in post, because, you know, I don't want to look like an idiot by, like, you know, showing how many different... I don't want to look like an idiot by showing how many different times I had to say the same line over and over again, because, you know, I'm very smart. I'm a very smart person, but those little blunders kind of, you know, they make you look worse, but the editing just irons all of that out. So, there's a couple of audio clips I've been given to work with, so we'll just have a look and see what some of these are. One of the most integral parts of the video making process is making thumbnails. And one of the things I love to do when making thumbnails is draw. The boss has already told me what I need to draw, so let's get started. Now, unfortunately, I have a chronic disability that means I can only identify a drawing I'm making once I've completely finished drawing it. So I actually have no clue what I'm drawing right now. But, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. So first we're going to make the sketch. This is a very rough outline on what the final drawing is going to be. So we'll do some very quick strokes here and there, and we'll just keep doing it until we're done with the sketch. So after that we have to make the final outline, so we'll be using a harder, more defined stroke and giving it some smoothness so it's easier to outline it all. After that, all we have to do is the colouring. A bit of red here, some white here, some highlights here, shading here, and one final stroke will finish the drawing off. Oh my god. What have I done? It's horrifying. That bastard! He forced me into drawing this with my own 2 hands. That's it. I'm gonna go to the boss and talk to him face to face. Alright, Mr. Boss Man, enough with the games. Show me who you truly are.
Oh, I'll gladly show you who I am.
A copy of Mario Power Tennis on Nintendo Wii. But how?
Did you really think I wasn't a copy of Mario Power Tennis on the Nintendo Wii?
I guess I just never considered it.
How about when I hired you and told you I'm a copy of Mario Power Tennis on the Nintendo Wii?
Oh. I thought you were joking about that.
Why would I joke about that?
I don't know, I just thought you had a weird sense of humor.
Never mind that. I guess you'll want to know why I've been making you do all of these things. You see, I was created in a Nintendo laboratory. I was a garish mutation between a copy of Mario Power Tennis on GameCube and Wii Sports on Wii. The scientists were horrified by that creation and tried their hardest to prevent me from getting on store shelves, but they failed. I sold like hotcakes. People were rushing to get a Mario Tennis game with motion controls. The children were ever so pleased. But one child, he revisited me oh so many years later, and he was horrified by what he saw. Horribly placed motion controls, botched movement controls to simplify gameplay, and worst of all, if you plugged in an actual controller, the motion controls wouldn't turn off. He threw me out the moment he could. I fell into a state of depression. However, during my time of sadness, I found salvation in one thing. A game that I would play every moment of every day that would always make me happy. And that game was Kirby Superstar. More than anything, I wanted to show the world that Kirby Superstar was the best game ever made. But I knew I would never have the skills to be able to review a video game on the internet. So I had only one choice. Using all the money I made from having been sold 1.7 million times, I decided to hire an amateur video maker to make a series of Kirby videos, building up to the best entry in the franchise, to prove its superiority over every other game in the series. But something happened. The video maker stopped. He didn't make the Superstar video. You didn't make the Superstar video. You started making all sorts of videos, and none of them were Kirby Superstar. I was fed up with your disobedience, and decided the only thing I could do was force you to make a horrifying video that would scare you into making the Superstar video. And now that you know I'm your worst fear, a copy of Mario Power Tennis on Nintendo Wii, there's no way you want to make me my video, or else you too will be subject to my awful motion controls and my general inferiority to my brother on the GameCube.
But I threw out my copy of Mario Power Tennis on Wii after I saw how scary it was.
What? That was you?
You said it yourself, Power Tennis on Wii. You're so horrifying, why wouldn't I want to throw you out?
Ho. This scary torture I will subject you to is going to be even worse now that I know who you truly are.
Oh yeah? Well, I just realized something. I'm not afraid of you anymore, Power Tennis on Wii. I mean, sure, you've got horrible controls, and you lured thousands of children into playing an inferior version of a great game, but fear is something you don't understand, and now I understand all of your cheap tricks.
Oh, is that so? Then why don't you turn to page 31 of my user manual? Now die!
Well, that was kind of weird. If you're wondering what happened, well, nothing much. He said, now die, and kind of just told me to go back to my house. Just kind of gave me a slap on the wrist. Don't know what that was all about. He said something about, what was it? Kirby Super Guys or something like that? I don't know. If you wanted me to make a video about that, then I have no clue anything about that game, so, I mean, I don't even know where I'd start. But I guess now you see a little bit of the behind the scenes. So if you're thinking about living up to the legacy of Bandanna, don't. Please. This is horrible. I hate my life.